Alright. Well, how's everybody doing? Sorry, one of the community, some good memes of the community page. I forgot to update the meme, didn't I? Ah, whatever. I'll have to update it before this weekend. Oh shoot, sorry, I got distracted by the memes. Alright, I guess let me just open up the game. Started. I just want to play some DMC today. I don't know. Kind of Bayonetta out. We'll play more Bayonetta at some point. I just, like, we'll play Bayonetta 2 or whatever. I just, you know? Okay, And I haven't played, any, DMC for a while, so... I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to mess around, do some Bloody Palace for a couple hours. Yeah, much my muscle memory is faded. I see the State of Play on Tuesday. Was there a new one? I thought... Was there a new State of Play? I saw the one that was earlier this month. But I didn't realize there was another PlayStation State of Play or whatever. Alright, let's see how much I remember. Yeah, I remember enough. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I thought it was a single thing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So I have some bad news, Union. The DLC personas are broken.
You're wasting my time. Show me your motive.
Why is Virgil OP in literally every game he's in? He's not OP, he's just lore accurate. Well, okay, so let me put it this way. They're not actually that bad, but like they are optimal because the drive 75% elemental boost is unique to them as DLC personas. And also, for some reason, no demons, or sorry, no personas in the base game get the severe hold that thought. Anyway, they don't get any of the severe multi-hit elemental magic that the DLC personas get. Yeah, is what it is. The rest of it, I mean, they're mostly fine. But, like, they're also the optimal for physical stats. The only thing that actually, like, can out-damage them is Shiva's unique Pralaya. He can do more damage to multi-hit, but the rest is all DLC personas for even, like, the physical and all that. Hold on, is it? Oh, that's the dodge. Okay. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've played. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of fun to mess around with. The ones that have the drive are like made at like level 20 or so. So they're not like super broken at the start. You can make them the most OP, but you have to like level them up a bunch and use stat cards for it. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, they're fun to mess around with and all that, but they're, unfortunately, they're optimal. I think they wouldn't have been so bad. It's just weird that, like, nobody else has some of those skills that they have. Like, if there were base game personas that had the drive skills, like some of the, like, more ultimate ones, then not only would it make the ultimate ones feel more, you know, ultimate, but it would also, like, be fine because the DLC personas wouldn't have anything more than, like, the base game does. Yep. Unpopular opinion, I like the DMC reboot. I hear the gameplay is actually not that bad, but, like, I haven't played it yet. Maybe I should play that at some point. Yeah, I didn't know what to play today, so I was just like, I haven't actually played DMC 5 in a while, so I thought we'd play that some today. Just mess around with Bloody Palace. See if I can get any farther on it. I haven't played in a minute, so probably not, actually, but see how much I remember. Nice. Anyway, how's everybody's week been going? I've been playing some more Persona 3 offline, obviously. I gotta get better with dodging with Virgil. It's been a minute. Okay, that's the input for that. Okay. These guys were always pretty annoying for their ability to rage out and get super armor. What's my compendium completion at? Like, I think too. I can't remember. I'm working on it right now. I gotta work on it some more. I think I'm around 30% or so, but I'm at like level 50. The only problem I'm having with like working on the compendium right now is just that like the amount of money I can earn is just not keeping up. Like I've gone through the entire third block and collected all the treasure chests from there and done all of like the monad doors and everything that I could see, but like I don't know, I just like the amount of money you get is not great. Like you get a decent amount when you go back and sell stuff, but you can't do that like while you're in Tartarus, obviously. Gotcha. Oh, nothing much. Naughty Dog, or Naughty Diamond Dog, I guess. What's up with you? No, I mean you move that move you use and I'll die. Which one? Which move that I use that everyone dies? You gotta be a bit more specific with Virgil. Still kind of bad Virgil wasn't an SMT3, yeah. It's just that like he really just wasn't a character at all. Before DMC3, you know? Like you technically see him in the first game, but he's like the Angelo version of him or whatever, you know, where he's getting like basically used by that other guy. Oh, you mean the ultimate attack with the gauntlet? Each of Virgil's weapons have an ultimate attack. The Yamato has the like, you know, slash everything attack. The this thing, the Force Sword, has like a spinning attack where he like drills into the enemies, and then this one is like the fists have like a big nuke attack. Not gonna use it here because that would be kind of a waste, but Virgil's in DMC1 as Angelo, yeah, but like he wasn't really too much of a character. Like we didn't know anything about him other than that he was like Dante's brother until the events of Still trying to, like, get the timing down again for, getting a bunch of, judgment cuts in a row. Honestly, like, if you look at Virgil's, like, character design in this game versus the, original, it also looks kind of funky because like he used the same exact model as Dante in the DMC3 game because they're supposed to be twins. It's just that they changed the hair, you know. Nah, being stupid here. Ah, I didn't have enough. There we go. I forgot I needed like a level 2 focus bar for the ultimate attacks, even in ultimate devil trigger or whatever. Or Sin Devil Trigger, that's what it's called, right? I've been watching some like people do some really fun
Motivation.
Kingdom Hearts like mods fights and all that stuff. And I really want to like play some more Kingdom Hearts at some point. Shoot, that could have gone better. Alright, let's see if I can remember what World of V is. Ah, no. Shoot. That's dumb. Yeah, I've always had problems with those guys, and I'm a little out of practice here. Only 17, dang. Yeah, okay. But yeah, there's some pretty cool, like, modded boss fights and stuff now for Kingdom Hearts 3 and all that. As well as that, mod that recently came out for, Kingdom Hearts 2 that seems pretty interesting. That was lucky. Was able to get both of them in the combo there. That's pretty good. That feels pretty nice. Like I said, it's been a minute since I played DMC5, so it feels nice to get back into it. Virgil is just kind of fun to play, honestly. Just in general. I do wish I was able to still do the whole like perfect timing for judgment cuts that I had down. I kind of have it a little bit. Like I can still do it sometimes, but it's just not as consistent as I'd like it to be. do wish you could kind of hear, like, I wish the loop, like the lyrics for Virgil's song started a bit earlier. Because as is, you don't really get to hear all the lyrics and everything, which is unfortunate. Because most of the fights don't last long enough. Wow, that was quick. Okay. That worked out pretty well.
Go to hell.
Oh, right, he has that built-in combo. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'd like to get better at DMC and like do some proper challenges. Like I've never done Dante Must Die or anything, and like I said, I've never played the reboot. So there's still some stuff I'd like to do with the series. It's just hard like to put like I know I could probably get decent at the game. Like I'd never be on the level of those people that post like, you know, really cool stuff on YouTube. But, I mean, to be fair, like, they're only posting, like... You don't see the, like, 50,000 attempts where they fail, right? But, yeah, I know. But, still. I think I could get pretty decent at the game. It's just, like, the amount of time that would require is, like, hard for me to put in when I'm also putting time into, like, school and, other stuff. It felt a little weird not streaming the last couple days. It actually tired me out a lot more than I thought I did. I've been doing nothing pretty much for the last few days. Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, I think we'll play some Kingdom Hearts at some point here later this year. I've never actually properly finished Birth by Sleep or the like 0.2 thing. So it could be kind of fun to do that, you know. Especially since like there's a direct connection between those two games, so I could play like through Birth by Sleep and then, you know, immediately swap over and like do the rest of Aqua's story. Is it like good? Are you asking from a gameplay or a story standpoint? If you're asking from a gameplay standpoint, some of the games are a little hit or miss. Most of them are pretty good. The combat is always fun. Sometimes it's more balanced than others, though. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 is a PS2 game. Never play all, but say it's good, but what is good there? The story can be kind of hit or miss for you. It's got some cool moments, it's got some fun moments, but it's very over the top and anime a lot of the time. And it gets a little convoluted, trying to keep track of everything. But, like, the moments hit pretty well. And also the way they name games is dumb. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is technically, like, the 6th or 7th game in the series. And, like, the mobile games are important for understanding the plot of, like, some of the games. going forward.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. In terms of gameplay, the Kingdom Hearts 2 game and Kingdom Hearts 1 game are like old school, like PlayStation 2 action games, and they're not like quite as like difficult, as like, well, for the most part, they're not as difficult as like something like DMC, but they're very like well balanced and everything. Some of the later games would get a little less balanced but more fluid. I don't know. They're pretty good. I would generally recommend them. I don't know. I think you can enjoy a good amount of them from like a gameplay standpoint or a story standpoint, and there's plenty of fans of both, so. But yeah, the story does get a little bit convoluted. But there are plenty of people who have, and like modders at this point, who have, oh, did I have enough for this? I didn't realize, okay. Okay. Is it like Ratchet and Clank? No, it's more like, it's more like this game, where there's plenty of action to it and everything. And like, it's more of an action game. There are some RPG elements, so, you know, you level up to learn skills and stuff, instead of like this where you spend orbs. Because at their core, they're still like action RPGs, right? But the combat can look pretty good and feel pretty good as well. There's a recent mod, for example, for Kingdom Hearts 2 that lets you play as one of the side characters and makes the game feel a lot more like something like DMC than the original game did. Although, if you are looking for a game that feels kind of like Ratchet and Clank, I would say the recent Hi-Fi Rush game kind of gave me that nostalgia vibes of, like, you know, Ratchet and Clank and those earlier collectathon, like, action games. Both in tone and, like, how that felt to play them. I played that recently, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, actually, you may know of Kingdom Hearts even if you've never played the games. It's that like weird series where it's like a mix of Final Fantasy and Disney. I guess I probably should have led with that, huh? Like that's the game's main original selling point is that's like a mix of Kingdom Hearts and Disney. Shoot, I'm being done here. Hold on. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting series. Ah. Probably gonna die here, aren't I? Dude, I'm really out of practice. Holy cow. I didn't realize how out of practice I was. I remember cooking through this guy really easily, like not that long ago. Alright. Well, we got a little bit further today. This time. Try a couple more times here. I guess we could also swap over to, like... I haven't played with, Neuro at all recently. Let's do Virgil one more time, and then maybe I'll swap over to Neuro for a little bit. That sounds fun. I don't know if that counts as stick skills. I think that was kind of dumb, but okay, game. Oh, isn't there like a combo? Hold up. Isn't there like a combo where he uses both Yamato and Raja at the same time? Yeah, okay. Why? Why? Pause. Why? No, it's why? 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 Pause. No, it's why? No, it's why? Pause. There it is. Okay. Okay. That's a combo I haven't used too much, but I should remember that's there. Yeah, that sucks. They just made money so much harder to get in that game, huh?
Go to hell.
Okay. Oh, is this the fight against eggs?
Go to hell.
Are the DLC personas really broken? They're pretty... They're optimal, just Kirigi. So I've done some testing over, like, the last few days here, and I've done some math. I've looked into it. The DLC's personas are optimal because the base ones, the first gen ones, like the unevolved... Sorry, the Persona 5, like, party member ones that are unevolved have the driver skill, which makes them the best damage dealing for single target damage because they get that extra 75% damage. And then the evolved versions, not only do you get them like around level 40, which they get a bunch of like almighty skills, or sorry, not almighty, but severe skills, which is a little early to be getting severe skills, and you don't have to like rank up any social links to get them. Not only that, but like they're the best multi-hit ones. Because for some reason, they didn't give, like, multi-hit severe skills to anything in the game. Like, elemental... Like, they did, but, like, there's no, like, unique skills. The problem is, like, not that, like, they get severe multi-hit skills. It's the fact that nothing else in the game gets severe multi-hit skills, or nothing else in the base game gets driver skills. If you give someone, like, the ultimate personas from, like, you know, finishing social links those skills, it would be fine, right? It wouldn't be a big issue. But since they're the only ones that do get them, it's like, what the heck, you know? It just feels a little weird. I appreciate them trying to, like, make so many skills, like, non-unique, since the original game had, like, any skill could be passed down in the original game. But at the time you had, you know, random skill inheritance, so it was kind of balanced out by that. But, like, I don't know, it just feels weird that, like, the skills that the DLC personas have are, like, not unique to any base game personas. Like, it really feels like they should be there. Yeah. I don't know, it's just weird that, like, out of all of the personas to get, like, have the only, like, unique skills in the game, of course it's all the DLC ones, right? I don't know. It is what it is. Like, but they are like kind of broken, and they are like optimal like late game. Like, it's gonna take me a while to like level them all up and get like their stats all maxed out, but like they're gonna be able to keep up regardless, just because of the fact that they get those driver skills, and also skill card or yeah, skill cards help with that too. Because even though like I don't have access to like certain skills yet, I can just put them on later. Like, I can just keep that persona around and like get the bonuses for picking up certain major arcana cards and all that, you know, because there are major arcana cards that give all your personas like +2 and like a bunch of stats whenever you grab them. So if you just keep them in your party, you know, they're gonna just keep getting stronger and stronger. You get more stat cards the later you get in the game. You put a growth skill on them, which you can get through skill cards. They start getting, you know, levels up and stuff, even when they're not being used. It's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think there was like one severe multi-hit skill in the game in Persona 3 Fez, and it was added in Fez. It was like Mara Lagidine, which Mata still has, but like it does, I think, less damage than it did in the original, but it has like a charm or something stats effect on it, which is fine. But it's just, again, a weird thing to have like so many unique skills stuck on the DLC personas. Like, they did a better job balancing them than in Persona 5 Royal, but like that's a pretty low bar, let's be honest. And I hate the fact that you still can summon them at any level. Like, that's, like, still the most broken thing about them. Because, like, even though Satanile's not particularly good compared to, like, say, Satan, who still has the best, like, almighty damage in the game, the fact that you can get him with his Sinful Shell ability and everything at level 1, like, pretty far, like, pretty early into the game. Because they made it possible to access the compendium even earlier than the original game. Because, like, in the original game, you had to wait at least until after the first major full moon boss to get access to the compendium, which was kind of it was kind of alright. It was alright. It was a little annoying on repeat playthroughs, but it was what it was, you know? If you're doing New Game Plus, you had all your equipment, and probably the MC was maxed out in level, so it didn't matter anyway. But, it was just... But anyway... But now that they've changed that, you can, like, get access to all the DLC personas right away, so... There we go. Alright, I started to figure out how to deal with that guy, so... Doing a little bit better with that. We'll see how things go when there's, like, a few of them. What was Sinful Shell like? I haven't tested it yet. But from what it looks like, it's a... it's a 300 base power, almighty attack that attacks every enemy and, has a 50% chance of insta-killing with the dark element. So I haven't seen like the animation, but I think that's around where it was when I looked at like all the skills earlier. I think Satan's like, or maybe it was Halal's. The unique like almighty hit all is still from the base game is still better with like I think 500 base damage. But yeah. Although there's almighty boost, so you could probably like make Sinful Shell decent. I mean, Sinful Shell is gonna be a decent anyway. It's just, you know, yeah, like that one almighty hit and Shiva are like the only two personas in the game that like can outdamage the DLC personas. Unfortunately, I mean, at least like those two, which are like the two strongest in the original game as well, are still the strongest here with the DLC personas. It's just so disappointing that, like, I don't know, I won't, like, have a reason really to use Norn, or I won't really have a reason to use Sir or whatever, you know? Because I like using those characters. I like using those personas, you know? Also, like, the light and dark drive users, since there's no unique one of the, no unique attack all, for those, with the DLC personas, magic ability. Yeah, that too, yeah. I'm curious to see how high of damage we can go between all the drive and everything else. But, like, I don't know. It'll be fun to test, but, like, at the same time, it's super, it's super annoying that the DLC personas are now optimal again. I don't know. I just want... It's fine if the DLC personas are in the game. I just don't want them to be, like, the strongest thing in the game. It's fine if they're, like... I don't know. Honestly, I think Sataniel is probably about right. It just bugs me that, like, Driver or, like, the unique elemental magic wasn't, like, on base game personas. Like, if that was the case, then, like, there would be no issues, because we could just, like, use those, or we could use the DLC personas, and it wouldn't matter. But, like, because they decided for some reason to make those unique to the DLC personas, now we're in this situation. Now we're here. Now we have to live with it. I don't know. It is disappointing, for sure. Ah. No, that didn't kill, did it? Ah, shoot. It was almost dead. Alright. You can't break the 9,999 damage limit? Ah, shoot. That's too bad. We'll have to, like, mod that so you can, probably. Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, too, then. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll have to, like... I'm sure people will mod it so that you can at some point, right? Like I said. So you can break that damage limit. But... And I'd be curious to see how high we can go. But, Alright. Let's play a little bit Nero. I don't know. I just wanted to go for a couple of hours today, just kind of hang out and stuff. See how much I remember here of Nero. Oh, right, we have to pick up his arms. It's been a minute. Holy cow. Right, okay, so... That's what makes me feel good. I keep finding myself going for judgment cuts, even though I can't do that with this character. Yeah, I gotta remember I'm not playing Virgil. Oh, right. Oh, right, this thing, yeah. This thing was cool. Hold on. What's the input for... There it is. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn up the volume on my end. Sounds a little quiet on my end. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Okay. How have you found the difficulty of the game to be Union? I know you said you were playing on normal, right? I've actually found the difficulty of the game to be pretty on point. Like, it's not... Like, especially once you get the Theurgy skills, the game isn't, like, as hard as the original on hard. No plans for Valentine's Day? No. I mean, we're gonna probably do, like, a dating sim game on that Tuesday, Thursday around it, but no, I don't have any plans for Valentine's Day. I think I actually have class that day. You know what? Honestly, thank goodness I don't have plans for Valentine's Day. Imagine trying to explain to a girlfriend or something, hey, I'm not going to be able to talk to you at all for like the next 3 days because a new video game is coming out. Like, because that's what last weekend would have been like, right? Yeah. It seems like they've definitely, like, gone a bit more into the buffs and debuff system for the enemies. There weren't too many enemies that buffed or debuffed in the original game. Like, they've definitely, inside my head, burn and red, frustration, can pick a dang thing. Ah. Yeah, his damage, like, I don't know, I'm just not as practiced with him as I am with Virgil. I think the biggest problem for me is, like, his kit is so, like, different depending on which of the arms he has. I gotta say his battle theme, though, is a bit more fun than Virgil's, just because it gets started a bit quicker. Oh, speaking of arms. Let's grab one of those, I guess, and then, like, another Gerba, maybe. But yeah, the balancing of the game has been pretty good. Like, overall, I would say. Ah. Like, I've been playing on hard, and it's actually been decently hard. Especially considering, like, I haven't been, like, spending any Twilight fragments on healing and stuff at the clocks inside Tartarus. I think if you just, like, take out, like, if you just restrict yourself from not being able to use Theurgy skills, I think the game's actually going to be a pretty decent challenge. And there's still, like, Merciless mode, which apparently you have to, like, lock into. So that's interesting. What does Confuse do? Causes the person afflicted with it to use a random action. Oftentimes, this can be even, like, dropping money if it's somebody on your team. Which can be a nasty. These thoughts inside my head. Or they can just get confused and just kind of stand there. Ah. I will say, though, I like how much Nero's kit is just like, no, we're done when we say I'm done. Like, there's just so many ways to, like, make sure an enemy never gets to do anything. Between the grabs and, like, the different arm abilities and everything.
Shall we dance? What'd you say?
Ah.
Let's see. Which one wants to play? Come on.
Do you think Theurgy makes the game too easy? I've been playing on hard, and it hasn't been making the game too easy for me. But I can understand, like, if you're playing on normal, I think the game would be a bit too easy. I think on hard, it makes it fairly well balanced. Like, it's still pretty easy to die if you're being careless. especially against the new rebalanced boss fights and everything. I think it's pretty well balanced on hard. I think it's definitely spammable and definitely fairly easy to abuse if you really want to, especially since you can get that reading that makes the gauge fill up quicker. I'm interested to see how Merciless is balanced compared to the other difficulties, considering you have to lock into that one. But I do understand why you could see it. Like I said, it is abusable, so it doesn't make the game easier. I will say that. I think if people like, I think the game is quite a bit more balanced than Persona 5 Royal. I like how they changed the baton pass system to the shift system, like, because it keeps like all the fluidity of the baton pass system of being able to like use the once mores to like keep the fight going, but without like all the buffs that made it a bit too OP and like made it possible to like do crazy amounts of damage. Oh, okay, cool. So it is like the original then. In the original, it was the same way. Yeah, I'll have to max out, what's that guy's name? The one who's not with the party for long. I'll have to max out his level on New Game Plus just to see what it's like. He actually had a decent, like... He actually went up to, like, level 50 or something in the original game for skills, so you wouldn't notice, like, or maybe it was 60 even. Like, he went up pretty far for skills, like, even though he's not with the party for too long, just so you wouldn't, like, notice that there was anything off about him. But yeah. I guess there's not much of a reason to, get them max level then before New Game Plus. There we go. What? Oh, I must have accidentally hit the trigger. Can't remember if it's the next one or the one after that that has the boss fight. I think it's the next one. Well, let's find out. Yep. Have I seen Ken's Thurgy? I have all the party members now, so yeah. What is this? I find Karamaras to be pretty good. Isn't it the same as like everybody else's though? Or are you talking about his second Thurgy? I haven't seen everybody's second Thurgy yet. I haven't completed their like little extra social link things yet. So I haven't seen all that stuff yet. But I have seen like everybody's basic Thurgy at this point, so. I assume there's a second one. for when you complete like their little social link stuff. The second one? No, I haven't seen that one then, yeah. Ah. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten a chance to use that stuff yet. I'll probably start getting to that actually this weekend, probably. Although, I've been trying to keep an eye on it, but I think the only one I'm close to actually getting unlocked is Akihiko. Like, maybe I'm missing something, but I feel like I haven't been getting, like, invites from other people. Like, I got one invite from Junpei, you know? I think we did that. Ah, shoot. Oh, it's this one, yeah. Alright, there we go. Oh, finally. Alright. Yeah, I think after this I'm gonna hop over... should I hop back over to Virgil? That hasn't actually been that long. Well, we'll see how things are. I'd like to go back to Virgil and play him a little bit more, I think. I'm a bit more warmed up. Grab an Overture, I guess. Yeah, I've been trying to, like, organize my thoughts, about what I think about the, game. Was working on that a little bit yesterday for, probably a first impressions video here at some point. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the game so far. I had some quibbles, but I had quibbles with the original game. It's interesting to see how, like, despite them saying it was like a remake of Persona 3 Fez, how much of the stuff from, Oh, right, I keep forgetting. He has grabs I should be using this whole time. Duh. Okay. Yeah, I pretty much, like I said, I saw it in, like, that, like, it was in the game files that was coming, but yeah. If we got official confirmation, that's pretty nice, too. Because I guess they could have decided, like, later to, like, not do it, right? Like, it could be in the game's code, but that doesn't mean, like, they're gonna do it for sure. That's just that they plan to do it at one point, right? So... What is Ken's third? You like Kirigiri? Like his second one. Yeah. Well, at least we'll get the answer, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty interested to see how they balance the answer, because they like the way they rebalanced the new game, like the base game, has been pretty interesting. And the answer was always more difficult, made more use of like enemies having buffs and debuffs and specific strategy you need to get around. Hence, second Thurgy is a support skill. Okay. Is it kind of like Kormaro's second Thurgy skill, which is like a party-wide charge? Is Ken's like a party-wide concentrate or something? Ah. Dude, I'll never get over the fact that they somehow thought that they could, like, get away with giving Ken, like, a romantic social link in Portable. Like, what were they thinking? Oh my gosh. Like, they knew that they couldn't do that with, like, the MC and, like, that one, like, Maiko, right? But, like, they thought they could get away with it with Ken for some reason? Like, what were they thinking? Ah. Okay, finally. But yeah, what is Ken's second Thurgy skill? By the way, I did think about, like, doing today as, like, grinding on streams, stream with Persona 3 Reload, but I already have most of the interesting grinding done. So, yeah. Like, it would just be me, like, doing random battles over and over again and, like, making Personas for the Compendium. So I was like, I haven't played DMC 5 in a while. I don't know. I was trying to find something to do today because, like, most games aren't like 2 to 3 hours long, and I couldn't find a good one for today's stream that would have only been that long, so I figured it'd be fun just to kind of play some DMC 5 and mess around with this today. Have I encountered the greedy hands yet? There's like a new kind of hands? No, I've only encountered the wealthy hands. Revives party and fully restored allies HP and will reflect one attack. That's pretty good. Yeah, so that's a combination of Mediarahan. Actually, is there anything in the game that that I can think of that usually totally revives a party. I can't think of anything, actually. No, there is. There's like a sacrifice skill that I think can revive the rest of the party. But, you know, it's a sacrifice skill, so you have to like... And I think that's only... I've seen that only in SMT games so far. Where you can, like, sacrifice yourself to heal the entire party, pretty much. It's not a terrible skill. It's kind of niche, though. But that's got, like, the balancing of, like, you know, requiring you to sacrifice yourself. Yeah, that's pretty broken. It sounds like really good for boss fights. I think that's where Theurgy kind of shines the most. Because if you just use it on, like, a random fight, I almost feel bad because it's, like, kind of a waste. But, like, I think where Theurgy really shines is, like, boss fights and stuff. And, in fact, it's required for certain boss fight mechanics so far, like I've noticed. Like, for example, the last full moon boss I did was the, you know, the tank boss. And you can use the Theurgy attacks to make the boss split apart. So you can, like, properly defeat it. So... Ah. Got him. Downtown. Yeah. Yeah. Did no one at Atlas say, yeah, we shouldn't make Ken dateable? I don't know, man. I don't know why they thought that was okay. It was literally an elementary schooler. It's like, gosh dang. Anyway. Well, thankfully, Atlas have learned from their mistakes, and we've never been able to date anybody of questionable age ever again, right? Gosh. There. We looks over at Futaba. Goodness gracious. Anyway. I did see, one thing I did see on YouTube was the new, the reworking of, scene where your teacher finds out that, like, you were Tetsuya. It's kind of interesting. I guess we'll see it on stream at some point, but so I won't go too far into it for spoiler reasons, but it's interesting. I do think that probably the social links that have had the most reworking are definitely going to be the female social links, for no other reason, if nothing else, than, you know, they were all, like, mandatorily dateable in the original, so, like, they've had to go through the most reworking so you can, like, not have to date them, you know? Yeah, probably the, like, Theurgy skills are probably going to be pretty broken once I get to the second round of them, if that's, like, one of them. Although I will say Ken and... Ken's got a decent requirement to get his Theurgy up. Like, kind of an interesting one. Almost, like, I think part of the reason why Ken maybe Thurgy skills are going to be kind of broken is for the simple fact that like his Thurgy so far, I haven't gotten to his characteristic yet, like his second characteristic or whatever it is, but like so far it's like just that he has to use up his MP, which is like the most like easy thing to do ever, right? Ah, lost another arm. Shoot. All right. He's getting kind of sloppy there. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I think the game is definitely going to be easier overall if you use everything, especially in the later parts of the game, than the original. But I think if you just, like, stop yourself from using the Theragy skills, like, if you want to challenge yourself, I think the game's going to be maybe even harder than the original. Because they've rebalanced so many of the, like, full moon bosses to be actual, like, bosses, you know? Like, a lot of the full moon bosses had some fairly exploitable weaknesses, or were kind of meh. Like, I honestly always had way more problems with, the bosses in Tartarus than the full moon bosses, but the full moon bosses have been reworked a lot and are actually like pretty.
Which one of you will die first? Wreck it.
So I don't know. I figured it would. I was hoping it wouldn't be as easy as Persona 5 Royal, which just like got too easy, I think. But yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job at rebalancing stuff. Like, it's very clear that they put a lot of time and effort into rebalancing and reworking Tartarus, I think. Like, very clearly that's like, and they even said like that was one of their main goals for the remake, was to make Tartarus a lot more interesting, and I think they've done a fairly good job of that. I'm not a huge fan of having to use Twilight Shards to like heal. I think costing money is a good way of doing it, especially considering like how hard it is to get money in this game. Persona 3 Reload. I'm not playing Persona 3 Reload right now. But I don't know. I think that like, or even if it costs like a 5 instead of like the whole 7, it does. So wait, hold on. Am I just dumb? You guys can tell me at this point. It's not really anything of a spoiler at this point. Am I just being dumb because I haven't tested this? But I have never used the clocks to heal myself. Does it cost 7 shards every single time to like heal everybody, or is it like you spend the 7 shards once and then you spend 1 shard afterwards? Am I just being like so incredibly stupid, or like does it actually cost 7 shards every single time? There's a quick way to farm Twilight Shards? Okay, because I have not found it yet. So I've, like I said, not been using the clocks at all, which has made extended Tartarus visits harder to do. Like, I made Succubus now, so I can, like, use that to, like, farm out SP, especially on, like, lower levels for the MC. But I still might have to use it for every time. Okay. But yeah, I'm still, like, in that phase where, like, I haven't been using the clocks at all.
Go to hell. Show me your motivation.
Oh, that felt good. That was maybe a bit of a waste, but dang, that felt good. Oh. All right. Oh, interesting. I haven't actually seen that yet. So. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen the Darkness Flare. I guess there's still a lot of, like, Tartarus, like, new Tartarus, like, mutations or whatever that I just have not seen yet. Like, it just introduced the concept of, like, enemies having the status effects on the overworld and, like, how it affects them. But yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind, I guess, later. I don't know. I think the Twilight Shard thing is kind of interesting. I don't know. I think the biggest problem still is the fact that, like, the amount of money you get is just, like, too low compared to, like, XP. I wish they would almost, like, nerf the amount of XP you would get if, in exchange, they made coin cards drop more. Because I feel like, also, that the coin cards do not scale particularly well when it comes to the higher ranks of the coin cards. Hello, Duncan. How's it going? Gotcha. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know. I just... Because, like, I spend so much time in Tartarus, like, off-stream, it just annoys me how little money you get while in Tartarus, and, like, how much of it is, like, only given to you after you get out of Tartarus. Gotcha. I mean, that's still pretty good. But even like 40k doesn't feel like much, considering that they're the like highest rank, you know? I mean, am I crazy? Like, am I just spoiled? But like, I feel like that's not even that much. Like, you got more in the base game. And there you had less things to spend money on. Like, I don't know what they were doing with like the balancing of money, but like, it just feels like really off. Holy cow, how did that not even use up, like, anything? You make more money working at the theater than in battles? True. Like, actually, a lot of the time you do. Although there is an achievement for, like, getting a bunch of money made from, part-time jobs, so I guess there's that. I'll have to work on that at some point. But yeah, it's like so ridiculous how much, like, maybe they were trying to incentivize people to like actually use the part-time job system more. But it's just like not, I don't know, it just feels so bad. Theater job is really good. Theater job seems decent. The only thing with the theater job is, once again, it's during the daytime, so it's like hard to justify any daytime jobs. For the simple fact that, like, you know, you still have most of your social links during the daytime in any Persona 3 game.
Show me your motivation.
Was too early on that. Theater job is also only limited to days you don't have school. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of get away with it sometimes then, but, like, most of the time you're going to want to, like, spend, time even then on working on, like, social links. Ah, I was a little too late on that. Let myself get hit. Oh! Ah. I didn't realize that did so much damage to him. Oh, that felt good. Man, playing as Virgil was so much fun. Gosh dang it. Okay. Holy cow. Absolutely shredded that man. Oh, foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
Show me your motivation.
Yeah, that felt really good.
You think you stand a chance?
Scum. I still will never get the, like, DMC3 Virgil Scum voice line out of my head. Okay. Ah. Oh my gosh, that was just dumb of me. Did you finish Bloody Palace on every character? No, I've never actually finished Bloody Palace. I wasn't sure what to play today, and I hadn't played DMC5 in a while, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of come back in here and work on Bloody Palace a little bit more. No, the hardest I've gone is I did Son of Sparta difficulty. Well, actually, no. I did, what's above... The hardest difficulty I've done in a DMC game so far is, I did DMC3, not Son of Sparta, but the difficulty above that with, Virgil. That was pretty difficult. That's the hardest thing I've ever done in a DMC game. I've still got, like, plenty of stuff, I haven't done in DMC games. But I started playing them last year, and I managed to get through all the games finally, so... Been taking a little bit of a break from them, but didn't have anything else to do today, so I thought it'd be fun to mess around with Bloody Palace and stuff. So... Oh yeah, those invisible lizards are annoying. It's funny how in DMC4 and 5, like, the most annoying enemy to fight is, like, a lizard. Because 4 has those electric lizards, and this game has, these guys. Hey Lupa, how's it going? Did you think about doing 100% of the DMC franchise? I don't know. I just don't know if I'm good enough to do everything in this series, you know? Like, there's a lot of stuff in the franchise that's, like, super difficult to do. I enjoy the series a lot, but I'm never going to be as good as those. I don't know. I know... I think I could... I don't know. It's just a matter of how much time do I want to put into the games to do something like that. Because outside of the DMC franchise, the hardest thing I've ever done was Kingdom Hearts 2 on critical mode and defeating all the bosses on there. And even that wasn't like Kingdom Hearts level 1 critical mode. So. And that was pretty difficult for me. I don't know. I just don't know if I'll ever be as good as like those people that are on YouTube and stuff, and I'm fine with that, but I just waiting for a new Passion plush. Nice. Loop has got merch. There it is. Oh, that's a possum webkins. Even better.
Have you decided which one of you will die first?
Controller. Xbox 360 controller, if you can believe it. It's just more comfortable for me. Especially the Xbox 360 controller, because I've literally been using this controller for like over half my lifetime at this point. Okay, sounds good. Enjoy your lurk. Yeah. I couldn't imagine playing action games on, like, not a controller. I see now why people who play a lot of fighting games like the, to have the joystick and button layout kind of thing. I remember I played, the newest, Super Smash Bros. Game with, like, a GameCube controller not that long ago, and I was like, oh, this... Yeah, the control scheme makes a lot more sense on the controller it was designed for, you know? What skill?
Go to hell.
The GameCube controller? Yeah. Like, if you ever play Smash Bros. With, an actual GameCube controller, it makes so much more sense. Like, because if you think about it, like, the A button is, like, the biggest thing on there, which is your default attack, and then your B button is, like, kind of off to the side, and it's really easy to hit from there. So it makes a lot of sense to have that, like, that plus your directional input determines, like, your special attack. That one on Yamato with 2 attacks, 1 sec break, and spamming. Oh, you mean, here. This one? I always forget about the pausing attacks. Same with, like, this one. It's hard for me to get the, like, pause. Here, let me see. I'm just not used to, like, how long I'm supposed to be pausing on these attacks. Like, I know it says, like, you're supposed to pause for, like, the attack where he rushes forward with both the Yamato and Force Edge. But I'm not sure how, like, long you're supposed to pause. If you pause too long, then it just, like, does something completely different. But you're right, I should try and use more of that kind of stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I still have a hard time, like, remembering everything that, like, even just Virgil can do. It's part of the reason why I don't think I could ever play Dante with any sort of, like, efficiency. Still feels really good to do. It's so easy to do, but it feels so good to do. I think that's kind of like how Virgil is for a lot of people. It's just like so easy to do a lot of Virgil's best attacks. I think the hardest thing to do with Virgil, for me at least, is getting down the timings of his multiple judgment cuts thing he can do. That and getting used to not moving around too much to keep up your concentration meter. But like, yeah. Virgil is easy mode. It's easy to look cool with Virgil. Like, the stuff that you can do with Dante looks really cool, but it's hard to pull off. I find that, like, while a good starter character, it's hard to make Nero look fun or anything like that. But, like, Virgil just always looks cool, no matter what you do with Virgil. Oh, come on. Oh, that's not the input I wanted. Shoot. I'm still not... Yeah, I gotta get better with the directional inputs for the swords. I was trying to get the sword range to proc, but I don't know. I've had issues with getting, like, directional inputs. Like, World of V is always annoying to do. You know you can do the Bloody Palace online? Oh, really? Like, you can go in with more than one person. That's one thing I do want to do soon, actually. If I want to find a friend to do the online co-op thing with me for the main campaign. I have a friend in mind. I gotta talk to them at some point here. See if it can work out with mine and their schedules and everything. Ah. Yeah. Works out too, because I think he wants to play as Dante. So. Nice, no damage boost. Or bonus.
Show me your motivation. Fly!
I think the highest I've gotten in Bloody Palace with Virgil was somewhere around the 50 mark. Can you show me how to do 3 judgment cuts? It's just mostly a timing thing, unfortunately. Like, it's just one of those things that you gotta kind of, like, figure out how to do. Even with, I can only really do it with an aerial combo, and I'm kind of out of practice. Because the timing for the judgment cut is different depending on the combo, I think, even. I used to be able to do, like, 4 pretty consistently when I was playing through the game actively, but right now it's kind of hit or miss. Ah. Nice. Okay. I should have named it Bloody Palace to be motivated to. Instead of Bloody Palace to chill out to. Oh well. Yeah. I should use up some of my gauge. I haven't been using the gauge at all. I have a bad habit of just saving that for like when I think I need it and just never using it. I guess, like, my best advice to you would be to find a tutorial video of somebody actually doing it who has, like, the inputs on screen, and then trying to, like, figure out the timing of how they're doing it and try and copy that, and just kind of, like, go into the practice room and, like, try and, like, practice the timing off of, like, one combo, like the aerial combo or the ground one, you know? Like, that would be my recommendation, because that's how I ended up doing it, was just, like, you know, practicing and, like, looking at how other people did it. Nope. Oh, right, this boss fight. Hey, how's it going? Ah, I was hoping that would finish it off. Almost. There it goes. Okay. Anyway, how are you doing today, Kunal? What are you up to today? What is that? Where's my face? There's my face. Can't you see it in the bottom right? No, it's just like a little PNG guy. It's whatever. It's easier than setting up a webcam. I live in a literal basement, so trying to get any sort of decent lighting has been like a hassle, so yeah. By the way, is RTX 6? I don't know. I guess my best advice would be to like look at the requirements on Steam. At first thought, my first thought would be, I guess you can always like, you know, turn down the graphics or whatever. But the game came out for like the Xbox One and like PS4 era, so maybe that'll give you some indication of like, you know, how good of a PC you'll need for it. There it is. Nice. Not really. I've been thinking about getting a laptop myself recently, but more for college than anything else. I guess the one thing I would say is maybe don't worry about too much about like the how much storage space it has, because like that's something that's really easy to get like more of. Like if they cheap out on the like amount of like built-in storage, but like everything else is good, then like you can always like, you know, replace the internal storage fairly easily. It's more the rest of the stuff that's going to be expensive to like replace if they cheap out on that. But storage these days is pretty relatively cheap. Like you can get a 1 terabyte drive for not too much. Although that depends on how comfortable you are, obviously, opening up machines like that and stuff. Because obviously, like, you're going to probably void whatever warranty is on there if you, like, do that. Okay. I should remember that I can, like, I should remember that Virgil can use his ultimate skills if he has a full gauge. And concentration gauge of 2. Return to Virgil? Yeah. Didn't have anything much going on today, so I was like, well, let's play some Virgil Bloody Palace, because I haven't actually beaten the Bloody Palace with anybody yet, and I haven't played DMC5 in a while, so... Ah. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Hello to you too. I hope you're having a good day. By the way, you play so cool. It's just that Virgil is cool, dude. Virgil is just so effortless to be cool at. Like... Oh, hold on. Like, literally, I'm holding forward and pressing Y right now. That is the only input I am doing. Yeah, Virgil is just cool to play as. True. I'm actually out of practice with Virgil. Like I said, I haven't played in a couple months, so... Hey, I managed to get the jackpot there. Nice. In this game, definitely my favorite to play as is, Virgil. He's just so cool to play as. I think Nero's kind of fun, but mostly an intro character. Like, the one thing I really like about Nero is how his whole kit is just, no, we're not done until I say we're done. But then again, I haven't messed around too much with his, like, Sin Devil Trigger mode that he gets, like, at the very end of the game. But in terms of who is the most fun to play, it's downright gotta be Virgil, you know? Do you think DMC6 will ever happen? I think so. I think it would be stupid of them not to make a DMC6 at some point. I don't know, man. I have a hard time remembering everything that Virgil can do. I just don't think I could ever be... I don't think I could... DMC5 Dante isn't terrible to play as. It's just... It's so hard for me to imagine, like, practicing him just because of how much stuff you can do with him. Like, it looks really cool whenever I see, like, high-level Dante play, but also, like, it sure is daunting to play as Dante, you know? Should we go for the nuclear option this time? Ah! No! No, my concentration gauge! Ah, shoot. I wasn't able to get off one of his ultimate attacks because of the concentration gauge drop. I was gonna go for his nuclear fist attack, but then I ran out of concentration gauge. Oh, Union. So in the Discord, I posted. I got my first fusion accident, and it turned out to be what's the DMC4? Or sorry, not DMC4. The Persona 4, starter Persona. I got that one, and that was a pretty good fusion accident. And then I saw on YouTube somebody got a fusion accident when they were like level 20 for literal Satan. I guess so. I guess I probably should try Dante a bit more at some point. It's not like he's terrible to play. It's just like, I don't know. It's very daunting to play as him because of how much he can do. Like, Virgil can do a lot, and I still haven't, like, fully gotten used to everything that Virgil can do. Ah. Escaped. Alright. You know, you should show your face. Dude, that vector is so weird. It is what it is. I've tried. You can find old streams where I had a face cam. You can even find the streams where I tried to do a green screen. That did not work out well. I had this big old green screen behind me, and it was between that and the like lights I was trying to use to like actually get the green screen to work because it wasn't bright enough down here. Like, I was sweating like a pig. It was not fun. Just play Darksayer mod Dante. Eh. Why can't I have any of that? Like, I know. Yeah, I think they were trying to make like Hugh Chulon, which I think is like right around level 20, right? And they ended up with Satan instead, so. I mean, the other option is I can just not have any sort of face on stream, which is an option, but eh. Okay, there we go. Come here, you. Okay. See ya, son. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. Yeah. Yeah, it would be... It is crazy to get Satan that so early on. Ah, I didn't even get to use the nuclear thing. They died too quick. Should I just use it here, maybe? Charge up some of the gauge a minute. Okay.
stand a chance.
Yeah, I do miss the Devil Trigger music. Like, Nero does have some pretty good music. Like, the Devil Trigger song is really good. I played some Nero earlier today, and that was fun. Nero's kind of a fun character to play. I don't know. His kit is just, like, all over the place for me because of the, like, different hands he can have all the time. Oh, is it like, Oh, it's that input, right. Ah, shoot. I could have sworn I dodged that. I guess I was just, like, on the edge of that. Okay. Oh, this guy. Right. I've always had a lot of trouble with this guy. See how this goes. If I can't win after all that, I really don't deserve to. Oh my gosh. Ah, shoot. Why wouldn't it let me dodge there? Oh my gosh. Ah, fudge. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, I think that's the highest I've ever gotten is like 59. I don't think I've gotten that past that guy before. Because I've had issues with that guy even like in the main campaign as well. All right. Ooh, I think that's enough for today. Just wanted to hang out a little bit and stuff, so that's fun. All right, I forgot that. All right. Oh boy. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. That's kind of fun. It's fun just to hang out a little bit. We'll get back to like playing some more new stuff at some point here. Let's see. So this weekend we got Persona 3, reload some more, play for some time then. I think we'll let's see. Yeah, because we've got the upcoming boss fight against the electric boss. And then we'll probably get almost to the fortune boss. This weekend at least. Oh yeah, yeah. For sure. I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah. It's been good. I hope I'm feeling a little bit better then. I haven't been feeling too well. Like I woke up this like at noon today to somebody pounding some hamburger meat. I was gonna phrase that differently, but like phrasing. But yeah, I've been feeling kind of sick lately, so I've been sleeping in a little bit more, but it's not the end of the world or anything. So hopefully I feel better by then. I probably will. In the meantime, hope you guys have a good rest of your day and everything. Next weekend is Valentine's Day weekend. I like doing like a funny dating sim usually for Valentine's Day week. So I think Tuesday, Thursday, we're gonna do like an Eldritch Horror dating sim. So I guess that'll be interesting. And then the week after that, we'll start Bayonetta 2. I'll have to set up my capture card. I haven't actually had like have to set up my capture card to like capture footage from like a console or something in a while. I gotta find that, I guess, in like the next week here or so and plug that all back in and everything. Hey, at least it'll be a chance to like actually play my Switch. I haven't played my Switch in like months since I think I went on vacation like last summer for like a week. So yeah. That'll be good. Maybe I guess while I have it plugged in too, I should try and... Cause, speaking of DMC, I do have DMC 3 for the Switch, just for the style change thing for Dante. I haven't played that, like, version of the game with, like, style switching and stuff. That'd be kind of fun to play on stream, maybe. Because I never did Son of Sparta or anything with Dante. And plus the style switching would be kind of nice. The only thing is I have to play through the game once, unlock Son of Sparta in DMC 3, so I'd have to, like, play some off-stream probably. Get a little bit used to the controls and stuff. I don't know, could be kind of fun. Been thinking about excuses to go back and play some DMC games, and that might be one of them. For now, though, I think we're gonna keep working on the Bayonetta series. I got Bayonetta 2 and 3 bought, so we'll play through those after Valentine's Day week. And then, at that point, maybe we'll think about, like, I don't know. There's God of War, or I've been thinking about playing some Kingdom Hearts stuff on stream. I think some of that could be kind of fun. So maybe we'll do another poll at that point, and you guys can let me know what you're thinking. Yeah. But in any case, I will hopefully see you this weekend for Persona 3 Reload. If not, maybe I'll see you for, I guess, the Eldritch Dating Sim next week. But in case I don't see you, hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, good night. See you, Union. See you, Duncan. See ya, Kunal. Rolling up. See you. Bochio, Christian, Lupa. You guys all have a good rest of your day and everything, and I will see you later.